What we saw in yesterday's running, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens now today, is on the run down in towards turn 1. We saw the number 15 of Furusato from the second row of the grid get pinched on the run into turn 1. That's easily can be the case as well, so riders do need to be careful in that run into turn 1. 90-degree right-hander.
Reminder of the grid then for race 2, and it's a slightly different order to what we had for race 1 yesterday. It was a demolition derby at the first time of asking around this Mandalika International Circuit, and two riders unfortunately withdrawn through injury. Kanta Hamada, fractured left forearm, and Hakim Denish, a crash from 5th position. He's out with a double fracture to his right wrist. So we're 2 riders down, but that does mean that several riders promoted to be a little bit closer to the front, and a couple of riders to watch further down the order. Adrian Deo starting from P10. He was very competitive right from the start, firing his way through in the early stages, and Tetsuya Fujita, who starts from P15, and he managed to work his way up from 17th to 9th at the first time of asking in race 1.
Yeah, even further down the field, when you look at the ATC, you can have riders that just have that one weekend where it really clicks into place. They're able to have good results. You look at the back of the grid, Nicholas on the number 12 machine. He might be starting 19th in this race. He has a top 5 finish to his name in the Qatari rounds as well. So there is speed all the way through the field here in ATC.
And another example of exactly what you've just said, Rei Wakamatsu, who's had 2 4th place finishes in the 4 races that took place in Qatar at the start of this season. The Qatar Grand Prix and then the Doha Grand Prix immediately following it. The first 2 rounds of the 2021 Asia Talent Cup. And Rei Wakamatsu, one of the more experienced riders on this grid, despite being just 15 years of age. He's already had 16 starts in the Asia Talent Cup, but hasn't had a good weekend so far, only managing to come through for 11th. And remember, I mentioned that we had 7 retirements in race 1, so riders towards the back of the field did largely make progress if they stayed on their bikes.
Yeah, the big riders to keep an eye on, obviously Furusato on the number 15. He's the maximum man. He's won every race so far this season. Daniel Sharil on pole position on the 21. He's got 3 podiums in a row. And then Gunmaye on the number 5 machine. He's had 3 podiums through the course this season.
We'll do our very best to keep you abreast of the championship situation as we go through as well, because this could be the race in which it's all settled. Taya Furusato, 125 points, 46 up on Daniel Sharil, the rider who's finished second to him in each of the last 3 races, the 18-year-old from Malaysia, and Gunmaye, the 15-year-old from Japan, still chasing his first race victory in this class. He has had 3 podiums in the last 5. Dark clouds still looming overhead as the riders complete their warm-up lap. And if we do get wet weather, it will quickly become treacherous out there. Yeah,
whatever weather we've had so far today has come from the ocean backwards, so it is pushing with it some clearer skies. So hopefully for the 12-lap Asia Talent Cup race, we're able to get through and see some nice clean action on what's a mostly dry track at this stage.
Yes, we didn't order the weather until World Superbike Race 1, did we? So it's starting to come a little bit early. It doesn't normally happen when you order something. 12 laps coming up. A revised number of laps. Finally, we get underway with race 2 of round 3 of the 2021 Asia Talent Cup, the Indonesian round. For the second time of asking, we get underway. Fast start immediately from the number 21. The pole sitter Daniel Sharil has really made a break in the run down towards turn 1. They're practically 8 abreast further back in the pack. Furusato's made a good jump from the second row of the grid. That's Ferdous as well, up into P3, I think, as early as turn number 1. So a train of riders now from second position back. But the key story of the first bend, Furusato making immediate progress.
Yeah, Ferdous with a good start as well. Looks like Hongo's up there in the leading positions as well. Carter Thompson on the number 6 machine, converting his converting his front row start into a top 5 position as well. So everyone able to make it through those first couple of corners cleanly. We did see one rider running out wide through that opening corner, but everyone cleanly through.
Yeah, so Herjan Ferdous, who came home in 10th place in race 1, his first appearance of this 2021 season, is now taking the fight to the championship leader. And Furusato is going to have at least one bike between himself and the man that he'll aim to beat if he is to take the title here today. Pulling away out in front, then it's Daniel Sharil from Ferdous in second position, the number 10. Then it's the number 15, the championship leader Furusato. Hongo, who completed the front row of the grid, Masaya Hongo, the 17-year-old from Japan, is directly behind them. A little bit of liberties being taken there on the outside of the circuit. Hongo just being picked off by Gunmaye, who recovers 4th position successfully. Furusato getting back on terms with Ferdous now.